Thank you for tuning in to Power News. It is getting down to the wire. Today is December 31st, last day of 2013. So let's get right to this. This is not going to be the last video of the day. I still have a few more to go here. But I'm trying to squeeze in these videos at the very last minute, right? So I could claim these on my taxes, right? That's how business is run, right? So I have a little poem, and then I'm going to launch into the video. The feminists are so loud. They yell, they scream. But in a still small voice, the silent majority hug their husbands and relish every loving moment they spend on this earth with their man. It's not a haiku, but it'll do. So for all the bluster and noise, the picture of the homemaker, the mother darning socks, and the baker all receive gifts from their watchful husbands accordingly. Pots and pans, aprons, new sewing machines, gardening equipment are met with tears of joys, hugs, and kisses by the wives. But at the other end is the fuming, steaming, angry feminist who says that is sexist. I would have it that the feminists leave the rest of the women alone. The ones they despise so much. The married women, the homemakers, the stay-at-home moms, the soccer moms, the faithful wives. Maybe if they can agree to disagree, maybe this country and this world will be more peaceful. No more shots across the bow at each other. More and more women are speaking out against feminism, saying it has made them depressed, not free, hateful, not loving, angry, not joyful. I say leave the feminists alone as long as they agree to leave the rest of us alone. I receive requests to make many anti-feminist videos from men and women. Sometimes I cave in and speak out against on the subject, but for the most part, I simply want people to live in harmony. It seems like the feminists are mostly the aggressors. I have never heard of a soccer mom going up to a feminist and cursing at her in front of her child, but I have seen and heard feminists do so to soccer moms. For the new year, let's all live in peace and stay in our separate corners. Feminists leave the men and women alone. It has become part and parcel that feminists are putting forth an agenda that men are to be hated, and now it's exploded into married women are to be hated. Thank you for watching Power News, and tell me what you think of this topic. Tell me if you have just had it with feminism, and it's been the last straw that they're now attacking married people. There is a complete attack on marriage from all sides, and I'm not talking about just the gay stuff. I'm talking about Hollywood in general, and the media in particular have started to attack marriage. Not started, but they have been, and now it's full force. If you ever, I want you to remember these words, if you ever go and see a movie, you're going to be shown one of two things. Either it glorifies the single woman, and it's always a woman because women are the targets for all of the media and Hollywood movies now, even into areas where women aren't even supposed to be, like the horror films or the superhero films and so forth, which were a man-dominated genre. Women had the little love story genre, and men had the male-dominated genre too. No longer do men have any male-dominated genre because women have been targeted into those areas because they simply want women to get into those areas so they can buy. Because women are the weaker sex, when it comes to finance, they buy whatever they see. Whatever they see, they buy. And they have been trained this way by Hollywood and the media. It's not their fault. And don't get angry at me for saying it. Women buy. Men do not buy. So, male-dominated areas, why make a movie that costs $120 million, $200 million to make, and target an audience that doesn't buy anything? So, you're going to see one or two things in a movie. You're going to see a single female who treats men like trash and who is sexually promiscuous all the way through the film. And she never gets married. There's no happy fairy tale ending. Or you're going to see a married couple and the wife treats the husband like trash, and the husband is a terrible husband. He's a terrible father. He cheats on the woman, blah, 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 blah. There's only two paradigms. There's only two talking points. Marriage is terrible. Being single is awesome. Having as much sex as possible is awesome. But when they come out with a study and show that married couples have far more sex than anybody else on the planet, people don't want to hear that. They want to hear that single people have more sex than anybody, but it's just not true. It's not even close to true. Married couples have sex every day, sometimes twice a day. And that has been survey after survey after survey. So, if you're single and you want to have lots of sex, simply get married to a woman if you're a man, or vice versa. Anyway, tell me what you think about this. Tell me how you feel about the attack on marriage. And black people have it the worst. Black men are shown to be horrible fathers, horrible lovers, just animalistic in lovemaking. Animalistic. We are still portrayed as animals. 2013, now going on 2014. When have you seen a sensual scene between two black actors? Two black. I don't mean a black guy and a white woman. I mean two black actors. Black people have it the worst. Black women are just beaten over the head with feminists. Somehow your man has treated you badly, which is a complete lie. White women might have a say in that, have a bone to pick, but black women do not have a bone to pick whatsoever. Black men have stood by black women day one to now. Day one to now. Black men and the idiot black women and the stupid black women and the ghetto black women have acquiesced and said, oh yeah, my man treats me terrible. No, you're terrible. Black man has not treated you terrible. Black men marry 95% black women. Black women marry 97% black men. This whole Hollywood thing, they're only going to show you the rare, obscure thing. They're going to show you these interracial couples as if that's everywhere. They're going to show you black men being dogs and blah blah blah, and they're gonna make songs about black men being dogs and blah blah blah. They're gonna make songs about infidelity of black men. They're gonna make songs about black men only thinking of women as female dogs and nothing but sex. They're not gonna show you sensual, loving black men who want to settle down and raise a family. Why? Because that's not the paradigm, that's not the talking points. And white women are targeted too, but the black women just get the butt end of the stick. They're just beaten with the butt end of the stick. For the white women, they get a good nice size golf club and they rear back and take a really good swing at them once in a while. But black women are beat over the head every day. All the songs, all the media, all the news reports, all the movies, all the advertisement. Bam, bam, bam. Black men are terrible. Black men are terrible. Black men are terrible. Black men are terrible. Don't marry. Don't marry. Don't marry. Don't marry. Don't marry. Don't marry. Black people don't get married. Black people don't get married. That's how it is. 24 hours a day. Turn on the TV. I want you to sit there on any part of the TV, and you tell me in 30 minutes if you have a regular TV. Turn on any of the news channels. 30 minutes. You write down how many times you see the message, black people are terrible, black people shouldn't get married, and black men are awful dogs. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. Black men are the most committed, and they marry almost 100% black women. This interracial thing is what you are being shown. They hide the rest. And black people are not poor, and they're not uneducated and all this other stuff. And we have a 95% illiteracy rate. I mean, the media is just against black people. It's against everybody, but it's really against black people. So I say 2014, make it about coming together. Black people are going to marry each other regardless. That's not something even up for a debate. There's not going to be any like, we should have interracial marriage. It's not even up for a debate. Black people are going to marry black people. Don't try and talk about interracial stuff or anything like that. They're just going to marry each other. But I want to maybe have some people, maybe some of these stars, some of these movie stars, some of these singers can come out and say, you know what? I'm actually a rich black person. You know what? I have money. I'm educated. I went to actually college. I have degrees. I'm not this idiot that the media portrays us to be. Maybe somebody, one of the black stars, can have the balls to say that. I mean, Denzel Washington, he's 50-something now. Maybe he can say, you know what, this is enough of this. My body of work should prove to you that I have some sense. Will Smith and his just outrageous work ethic should come out and say, you know what, it's time out for this. And these married women, this entire video came about over an advertisement, a Christmas advertisement, a vintage Christmas advertisement. And in the advertisement, the woman is sitting there in this lovely dress. I used to be a designer, so I still sort of am. And she's in this lovely, just full flowing day dress, and she's reading the manual of her Hoover, and the title says, "Give her a Hoover, she will love it." And they have this big red Hoover vacuum in the advertisement. And for all of the women who snickered at it, the other 70% said, "I would love a Hoover. I would love a Hoover. I would take a Hoover any day. In fact, I would like a Bissell. I would like a this and that and the other." And I don't find it sexist. I think we should always give practical gifts for Christmas and not give iPhones and other retarded trash that we then turn around and can't afford and have to pay for it and so forth and so on. So many women came out and said, no, this feminist stuff needs to go away, and sure, advertise to me some vacuums, advertise to me some aprons, some bakeware, some pots and pans, some gardening stuff. One woman was like, please give me this stuff. It would make my life so easy, so much easier. I could clean, I could get everything done so much quicker. My vacuum's on the fritz, I've had it for 14 years. Please give me a Hoover. And really, it's the feminist agenda that has taken away those sorts of advertisements. So you don't even get to see a vacuum advertising. You don't get to see gardening. You don't get to see pots and pans. If anything, all you ever see is some sort of rock star chef showing you stuff, and he doesn't say buy this for her for Christmas. He says, oh, these are fantastic pots from this sort of maker and blah blah blah. Just a very generic, general endorsement. I know it's on-site advertisement, but it is so untargeted in general, and people are so politically correct. They don't want to step on anybody's toes and say, hey, maybe you at home, mom, since you're the main cooker, the main baker, maybe you could get your husband to buy these pots and pans for you. That would be terrible. That would be taken off the air immediately. Why? Because that's sexist. That goes against the feminists, who are the minority of women. Thank you for watching Power News.